Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Centennial Lecture Series, UP, View from Inside. This afternoon's lecture is entitled Reassessing UPLB's Commitment to Excellence, Academic Freedom, and Social Responsibility. We would like to repeat that all lectures will be beamed live to the following UP campuses: UP Diliman, UP Manila, UP Visayas and Mayagao, Cebu and Tacloban, UP Mindanao, UP Baguio, and the UP Open University, and webcast through the internet for wide coverage. Audience from all over the world may also send in their questions. Before we start the program, let me reiterate our request to our audience here inside the new CAS auditorium to please turn off your cell phones, as even the buzzing sounds from phones on silent mode will interfere with our sound system. Thank you. Please rise for the Philippine National Anthem.
Bayang magiliw, pero sa silanganan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyat ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisigil. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong paghang, ay nilatang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagtitigil. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng aming konsepta, ay halangin sa dilim mo. Aming ligaya na pagkay mamahagin, makamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
You may now take your seats.
Today, we hold another important event to celebrate UP's centennial. I think most of you are aware that we have lined up a series of events to mark this important milestone in the life of UP. We are organizing celebration activities, fundraising activities, and activities to promote or project UP to the outside world. But the centerpiece of UP Centennial celebration is actually the UP Centennial Lecture Series. After all, UP is an academic institution, and because it is, a good part of commemorating its birthday is to get scholars, experts, and distinguished individuals to share with us their thoughts on UP or their views on burning issues of the day. 4 categories make up the lecture series. One set of lectures will be delivered by insiders. They will present to us their views on UP, its successes and achievements, its faults and shortcomings. From them, we will get the view from inside. Another set will be delivered by those who are not part of our community, but who we believe take an interest in our university. They will share with us their insights on our vision, our mission, as they are perceived by the larger community. From them, we will get the view from outside. The third set of lectures will be by experts, both from UP and from other institutions, who will talk about national and global issues such as global warming, poverty alleviation, indigenous peoples, state of Philippine education, status of women, peace and conflict resolution, etc. And finally, for the 4th category, we will feature distinguished individuals who, through their life work, have attained great distinction in their respective fields. As an institution tasked not just with producing new knowledge and disseminating existing knowledge, but also with the shaping of the minds of a future generation of leaders, we felt it was important for us to have this lecture series and provide our faculty and students with the opportunity to listen to what our scholars, experts, and invited guests have to say. Today, we present to you one of our very own to guide us through a process of self-assessment, to give us a view from inside. I wish to thank our speaker for sharing this day with us, and to all of you who are here, we are grateful for your presence here today.
To introduce our Centennial Fellow, please welcome the Chancellor of UP Los Baños, Dr. Luis Ray Velasco.
Dr. Wilfredo P. is a professor of Land and Water Resources Engineering and Hydrology at the UP College of Engineering and Agro-Industrial Technology. As UPLB Chancellor for 2 consecutive terms, he operationalized a vision for the university in a 5-year development program characterized by a pragmatic approach, focused on clear priorities and clear-cut thrusts, orientation and directions in instruction, research, and extension. He initiated a 4th and equally important function of UPLB, that is resource generation. And as Chancellor, put much premium on generating funds, optimum use of resources, and governance. Thus, under his term, UPLB witnessed accelerated infrastructure development and modernization, a surge in its income and investments, and a momentum of progress in its threefold functions. A development planner, Dr. David played a prominent role in formulating policies, national development programs, and research agenda to promote accelerated and sustained irrigation in the Philippines and other developing countries such as Indonesia, Thailand, Nepal, Malaysia, Bangladesh, Cambodia, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. His involvements helped achieve accelerated and sustained irrigation development in these countries, resulting in a significant increase in grain production. He helped conceptualize and draft the irrigation policy of the Philippines, as provided in Republic Act No. 8435, or the Agriculture and Fisheries Modernization Act. Central to irrigation development, as pushed by Dr. David, is the increased use of minor irrigation technology, which is fast becoming the engine of growth of agriculture in many developing countries. Dr. David holds a PhD with specialization in land and water resources engineering and hydrology from the Iowa State University, a postdoctoral in water management and agronomy from the International Rice Research Institute, and an MS Agriculture Engineering degree from the Texas A&M University. He finished BS Agriculture with specialization in agricultural engineering cum laude from UPLB in 1965. He has about 30 years of professional experience as consultant, researcher, and policy formulator in various fields of agricultural engineering and agronomy. He worked with national and international organizations such as the Department of Agriculture, National Irrigation Authority, Asian Development Bank, World Bank, Food Agriculture Organization of the United Nations Development Program, and Ford Foundation. At UPLB, he also served as the Dean of the College of Engineering and Agricultural Technology and Chair of the Department of Land and Water Resources Engineering from July 1976 to June 1987. May I now present to you Dr. Wilfredo P. to present his centennial lecture.
Thank you very much, Chancellor Blasco, President Roman, colleagues and friends from the University of the Philippines, our alumni, students, guests, ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant afternoon to all of you. This afternoon's Insider's View is on the commitment of UPLB to excellence, academic freedom, and social responsibility. UPLB is the country's premier tertiary and research institution in agriculture, forestry, and related sciences. It is also an emerging center of excellence in engineering, biological and social sciences, and the humanities. Its mission is therefore inextricably linked to fostering an environment conducive to sustainable agricultural growth for national transformation. The transformation that the nation can reasonably aspire for is one whereby every Filipino has adequate access to food and social amenities, one in which absolute poverty is minimized, and in which communities and civil society are empowered to shape their future. The foundation for this transformation is an enlightened citizenry whose efforts for sustainable quality economic growth are guided by the sound practices of resource management and principles of social justice. The primary mandate or mission of UPLB has always been to provide national leadership in instruction, research, and extension in agriculture, forestry, and related fields. In the 1970s, this mandate was expanded to help meet the growing needs for quality education in the arts and sciences and humanities in the southern Tagalog region. Critical changes in the 1980s and the 1990s brought about a new dispensation struggling to carry out far-reaching policy and institutional reform, and the clamor to revitalize tertiary education to produce technocrats and leaders imbued with sensitivity to social, economic, and political issues. These changes brought about the following revision in the UPLB mandate: revitalizing the general education, liberal arts, and related courses for relevance to the problems of society, developing applied fields of science and technology that are responsive to the needs of the Calabarzon region and the country in general. These include engineering, biotechnology, computer science, and information technology. Increasing involvement in policy formulation and adjustments. And in institution building, UPLB, after all, is in the best position to make a distinctive contribution in strengthening the capability of small rural communities and their local government units in planning and supervising their development projects. As a result, enrollment and the number of graduates grew according to expectations. UPLB was the first constituent university to implement the revitalized general education program. Our academic